Hey everybody, what's going on? I wanted to talk today about the Invisible HOH twist that we had here on Big Brother 25 last week, and why I think it didn't exactly pan out the way that the producers intended, and certainly not in the way that we wanted to see it. So, last week, as we all know, the house guests got to compete in the Invisible HOH competition. This was a competition where the winner of the Invisible HOH would then proceed to get to make their nominations in private. That meant nobody was supposed to know who the Invisible HOH was, and the Invisible HOH would get to work behind the shadows, behind the curtain. As we saw, Jag ended up winning the Invisible HOH, and within about 12 hours, he had let the secret slip.
Cockadoodle zoo.
Cockadoodle zoom, baby. I fucking pulled this one off. Let's go. Wait, what? Oh, fuck. Wait, we gotta be quiet.
Right off the bat, I saw a couple of different problems with this twist. The first being that I think this twist is coming way too late in the game. Typically, at this stage of the game, which after the double eviction will be at the final 5, alliances are completely locked in. Everybody knows who's working with who. Everybody knows who is whose target. There are no secrets. And so, with this move, as we saw at the veto meeting, once Jag made the decision to use the veto on Felicia, his veto, I should say, it was completely transparent who would be going up. And it was completely transparent who was the Invisible HOH. I think instead it would have been a better situation to have this twist happen pre-jury, because that is a stage in the game where alliances aren't really set in stone, and anybody that is not in an alliance or feels like they're at the bottom of an alliance has the opportunity to make a move and be properly shielded from suspicion, because there's likely a few people that are out of the mix, and so there's likely a few options for who the Invisible HOH could be. I also take issue with the fact that Jag was able to play in this week's HOH competition, a competition which he ended up winning, because as I said, within 12 hours of this Invisible HOH competition being played, he had revealed to pretty much the entire house that he was the Invisible HOH. I feel like some type of penalty should have been placed on him, or a warning should have been given that a penalty would be placed if he let the secret slip. The reason for that is because if there's any amount of tension that the show is trying to sell us with this twist, it all goes away if the Invisible HOH is revealed to the house, at least before the week is up. With Jag revealing himself as the Invisible HOH not even 12 hours after the competition was played, the tension was completely gone from the week, and it was just like a regular week of Big Brother, with more unnecessary lies that, yeah, got him into some trouble, but ultimately didn't amount to much. Because, again, he's the HOH this week. With this HOH power, he's at least safe for another week. So, as we're moving into the end game here, I really see a situation where Jag and Matt are our likely final two. I know that they have a plan of going to the end with Bowie Jane and Suri, and as of right now, I don't feel like that plan has changed. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I really don't see a situation in which they don't make the final two. And at that point, we might be getting a win here for Jag. And that brings me to an issue that I'm having with Big Brother in the modern era. Last season, we had a great winner with Taylor. She was someone that won some competitions, but wasn't really known for being the comp beast. But she played a good game. It was a good social game. I was very happy with her win. And in her speech, she made it a point to say that Big Brother doesn't have to be a game about who won the most competitions. It is a social game, and so the winner should be decided on who best navigated the social bonds to get themselves to the end.
But I'm so much more than the wins I have had. I've proven I can win and wield power, but I'm more than my wins in this game.
And I do take issue with the situation where a guy who was evicted 10-0 and was only saved because of a twist then goes on to comp beast his way to the end and is seen as a legitimate player because he has some titles to his name. I've always said that if you are winning HOHs, that is great, but you need to know what moves you're making with the power that you're given. If you are making a move that is not optimal for your game, then your HOH is a wash, as we have seen many people do over this season. It's happened a lot, and I think the fact that people only look at the number of wins and they don't look at what the person did with the power that they had is a good thing. What I'm hoping happens next week is that because Jag is not able to win the HOH and Matt has not done very well in HOH competitions, that is the chance for somebody else to win and put Matt and Jag up on the block with one of them leaving. Preferably, I would like to see Jag go. At that point, I would love a situation where Suri really gets her claws back into the game and is able to get out Matt and then has a more likely winning scenario for her. Because at that point, I feel like Bowie Jane is going to be relatively malleable. I think Felicia is in the same spot and is also not likely to win many challenges from that point on. That it would be great to see Suri in the final two among Bowie Jane or Felicia and hopefully get the win. Of course, in a season where people are valuing competition wins over social game, it may be a tough sell. But it would still be really fun to see. I've loved the season up to this point. I really loved the pre-jury. I loved seeing Suri running things and then having her house of cards come crashing down. But now I would like to see her rise from the ashes and take home the win. It would be such an awesome bookend to the season that I hope we get to see, but I'm not so sure at this point, and we may be crowning the first person in Big Brother to get evicted and win the game. I am not super stoked about that prospect. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will be back with another video shortly. See ya.